All right, you white motherfuckers, all eyes on me. This is the I Refuse podcast. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, I think I'm done now. I do have something to send you that we're going to talk about next time. That's very interesting. It's a follow up to something that we talked about before.
Oh, can you give us a little hint?
It's about Bashir Gray. Yeah, it's the Greek from Empire.
Yeah, they were. That conversation has been started up recently. That I think that dude may be like under the influence of something when he be filming with these people.
Well, I just sent you something um, to give you a little bit more context of what's really going on compared to what we saw. And we'll talk about it more
Oh,
on
wait,
our next episode.
hold on.
But I just sent it to you.
Oh,
Ouch.
what's in this little thing that he got?
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
um, hold on. I didn't mean to ask. I didn't plan to ever post anything concerning Bashir Gray, but because of some major star attorney doing what they do best, take information, put together a narrative other than what is fact, I decided to finally let it be known that Bashir and I refer to each other as BFF or brothers, and I'm not going to let anyone try to ruin him. I protected him from people who called themselves wanting to use him on this platform called OnlyFans. They wanted sexual encounters with him for the purpose of clout for money. Isn't that the point? It's sad that no
Keep
one.
reading.
It's sad that no one has worked with. He has worked with has been concerned about his welfare, mental health, or safety. It was hidden from people who needed to know, like those on the cast of Official Empire. But when Taraji P. Henson and others found out, they tried to help him through Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz, one of them, but were then threatened with a lawsuit from his team. No one knew for the first 4 seasons of Empire and his own mother being more sexually in love with him, like an abusive boyfriend instead of being his mother, not telling anyone his true mental health issues to this day. But she instead wanted to financially benefit off him instead of loving him like a mother does. It's crazy. Since earlier this year, damn, you must have a paid IG thing because this character limit. Since earlier this year, I unexpectedly became his brother protector and helped him with his mental health, making sure he took his medication, which he refused to for years, and hopefully got him to a point where people can see he is able to continue to shine in the spotlight. But because of this one artist who has maliciously tried to ruin me and cover my good deeds with lies that I now have proof on, I not look to as a helper, but more negative due to people I allow to play me. That's my boy, regardless. The black entertainment industry seems to be about competition, taking advantage and ruining another when they are already down, cloud chasing and all. Since there are a group of people trying to paint a narrative, this includes individuals in law enforcement and some who are assisting a recording artist to prevent me from revealing some truth about her. I refuse to allow these narratives to continue on negatively about me. As far as help, it's up to him.
So if you like scroll through, there's even like a video of him showing him like helping him get himself together, him taking his medication and so on. But if you look in the comments, his sister like pretty much comments and verifies that what he's saying is true. And his sister is the only one in the family who was willing to help him instead of use him and profit off of him.
Mhm.
So though that OnlyFans stuff that we saw was allegedly something that was set up as a means to take advantage of him and profit off of it.
Jacoby, you hearing this? Anyway,
So yeah, there was more to it than him simply just crashing out, or it wasn't a sudden thing, or one of those the industry turned him. No, he allegedly already had issues that was hidden for some time until it couldn't be hidden anymore. Now, what I also find interesting is it kind of clears up. I could be jumping the gun here, but it kind of clears up that whole allegation with him being there, being with August Alsina when the whole Jada and Will thing was going on, because they said he was allegedly there the whole time too. It was supposed to be him, Bashir, and Meek Mill, but Meek left. That's what they said allegedly in the beginning, right? But this person is saying that it is a female singer that has their hands in this in some way, shape, or form, but he has not named who it is. So, it's a slippery slope. When we know that we see people dealing with mental health issues and stuff like that, or even when you think that they are doing better and just embracing who they naturally are. So when you see something like that, and that shit, I don't. It just popped up for me. It just popped up for me. I have no idea who this person is, but it definitely answers a lot of questions as far as what has been going on with him, um, especially since Empire ended. And the whole mother thing, that's a whole nother story.
I mean, we can talk about the mother thing while we up here.
I like that. I've never really heard anything about his mother up until this post, but to say that you are more sexually involved with your son than being a mother to your son, that's a serious ass like accusation. So it's like, is it one of those type situations of you treat your son like he's your boyfriend, or have you done something inappropriate with your child,
So,
which ultimately plays on his psyche?
right. So I will say this. I would go out on a limb and say that it's more of an emotional thing. And I've talked about this on the podcast before where, you have mothers, single mothers out there that groom and condition their sons to be the man that left
Mm-hmm.
or take the place of the man that left. Now, that that's a thing whether it's a celebrity child, somebody from the neighborhood. It's weird all around. So when you have that with a celebrity son who is they essentially are the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There is a financial attachment to that. You add that to the emotional part. Now, the sexual part, that is one hell of an allegation, and I hope it's not incestuous.
Right.
I hope it's not predatory to where you are like an intermediary between him and these OnlyFans cats or these Just for Fan cats you act as like an agent or like a spokesperson, or you schedule shit, or you that's just not a that's just icky.
Yeah.
Because not only are you complete, a party to his downfall, because I think that's another I think that's where it's kind of getting to this conversation as to around this inference that like he looks like he's under the influence every time that he's filming with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which plays a large part in the critique that none of his shit is good. Like
Yep.
none of the OnlyFans stuff, none of the Just for Fans stuff is any good. Um, and looking back, like in most of his stuff, he's wearing shades.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
Yep.
People that are under the influence of stuff. So I hope it's not, because even if there's not sexual interaction between the two, and I hate to even go that route, but it can still be sexual in nature, and that you're like the middleman between him and these people.
Right.
Um, because your position, if that is the case, is financial.
Yep.
It's for clout. Like Empire is no longer a thing. You got to figure out different ways to keep the money coming in, or keeping him the opportunities coming. And that man is possibly doped up under the influence of something, drunk or something, and being forced into sex work,
Right.
and possibly saying a lot of stuff that's not in his heart or in his nature to say or represent.
Mm-hmm.
So another child star being turned out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad.
Um, when Ayala comes back to own, she's coming back. There's a list of celebrities she should really make a fix. And it's not no more of the baddies, no more of the hip hop girls, the loving hip hop girls, like shit like this.
Yeah.
Um, but it's gonna be called After the Fix, so she's probably revisiting some people. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it if there's an investigation that needs to be had, it needs to be his mom needs to be investigated.
Yeah. And it's also a matter of, you know, we have to stop ignoring when we see the signs. Like it's so easy for people to make fun of it or flock to the entertainment aspect of it without really questioning like what the fuck is going on. If it looks weird, 9 times out of 10 it's weird. And it's like question I'm wondering like who are the people that's on his team that's just should just I don't know. I hope that he can get away from that shit. I really do. And I'm not talking about as far as, listen, if any part of it was consensual and not under false pretenses or, manipulation of substances, whatever. You know what I mean? But if that's not the case, like that's a different type of problem. Not just for the people involved, but also for OnlyFans. So
Yeah. Yeah, just break the cycle, is what I'm saying.
yep.
Wow, that was heavy.
Yeah.
Fendi, like the bag. This is the I Refuse.